What's going on, y'all? My name is F. Welcome back to the junkyard. Sorry for no video last week. I forgot. Just full stop. That's what happened. I'm not gonna pretend it's not what happened. But today I want to talk about something I've been thinking about a little bit lately, and it'd probably be something better. It would probably be a better video if I like scripted it and made a commentary video or something. But I'm not gonna do that right now. That's like a ways down the line for me in my YouTube career. So I'm just gonna kind of yap off my mind about it right now. And it's gonna be about social media and the way they handle things with the curated audiences they have. Also, I don't know what I'm building. I don't remember what I was building. I don't think I was building anything last time. So we're gonna go get a bunch of sand, I guess. That's what we're gonna do today. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is I feel like the way that social media handles things and like curating to you and making it perfect for anyone, despite the way you might think about it, is actually like killing people's individuality. Because it makes people think that everyone thinks like them. Let me explain a little better. I'm not gonna be able to explain this really good or articulate myself really well today, I don't think. This is, like I said, this is probably something that would be better if I sat down and scripted it. I don't know how to write, really. I know how to like type words. I'm not a good writer, so I'm not gonna do that right now. And also, I want to make a commentary channel at some point in my career. We're not there yet. So basically, what I mean is, I feel like the way these social medias handle things really just tends to put people in like an echo chamber of their own ideas. And obviously, you're probably your first thought. If you're American, frankly, these days, it's probably, politically. And like, yeah, but also in like every other sense of the word. But I mean, we can just stick to politics for right now, I guess, just as an example. I'm not gonna get like too in deep in anything with it, because even though I do like to speak my mind a lot, I don't really like talking about politics. That just seems kind of lame to me. Because I don't want people to have an influence opinion based on the politics even though I'm like famous or anything, but you know, I don't want people to have an influence opinion on politics based on what I think about politics, and so I kind of like want to stay away from that. I don't care about influencing you guys on this, really, what I'm talking about today. Anywho, basically what I mean is like, they put you in an echo chamber where it's like, you might think, oh, we'll just use a political example. Kamala Harris should have won the election, said Trump, for example. You could think that. And then maybe they'll show you a video saying, oh, this is why Kamala Harris should have won the election over Trump. And you're going to be like, I agree. And then you're going to like it. And then you're going to be like, you get another video saying similar things. And next thing you know, all your feed is all people saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe Trump beat Kamala Harris. And then it's like, so then subconsciously you just start thinking, oh, everyone thinks this way. Everyone thinks the same way I think about this. Everyone is the same as me. And even though this whole For You page, this whole feed, whatever you may want to call it, whatever it may be, on whatever app, is personally curated to you and what you think, it just makes you think that everyone else is thinking the same way you are. And even though it's literally based on individuality, I feel like it's completely going to kill your individuality. I feel like that's the case when I see stuff, talking about political stuff a lot, first of all, that has this tendency where people see stuff that's political and then they'll walk around day by day and be like, I can't believe Trump won the election, for example, when no one else even likes him. No one even voted for him. Everyone thinks that he should have lost. How did he even win? And then people, or for other things, or even just simple things like in the NBA Finals, you see someone say the Spurs are gonna win. You're a Spurs fan, you like it, and then next thing you know, your whole feed is just people saying, "Oh, Spurs are gonna win for sure," and then they lose, and you're like, "What the hell? This is a crazy situation that happened." It turns out they're not even. I don't know if the Spurs were underdogs, to be honest. It turns out that was a lot closer of a series than the odds even had a lot closer of a series than made you think. And like, what the hell? Everyone thought they were gonna win. Oh no, I don't really know where I'm going with this, to be honest. But I feel like it's almost putting people into like groups, right? Where they're like, and then it makes you like divide yourself, especially politically. It makes you divide yourself, Where then you think Kamala Harris, I don't want to use this anymore because this is going to get too emotionally based. I think this political opinion, everyone thinks this political opinion, so that means a few people that don't think it are stupid. Because I saw version or reason ABC why this is the case, and I never saw any reason why this wouldn't be the case. So these people must be stupid or blind or something else to believe an opposite opinion of me. So then it's like, okay, I'm part of the group of the people who are right and smart. And like, dude, you could be standing in a group where it's like you're the only thing you have in common with this person next to you is that you're both Spurs fans, or you both think the Spurs are going to win. You might have nothing else in common with them. You think I'm in this group, and anyone who thinks the Knicks were going to win the championship are stupid. So it's either the normal people or the stupid people, and then you're just dividing yourself, and you don't even know what you're dividing yourself on. For all you know, you might think, I think the Spurs are going to win the championship, and I think the Vegas Golden Knights are going to win the Stanley Cup. And the guy next to you is like, I think the Spurs are going to win the championship and the Hurricanes are going to win the Stanley Cup. And you think that person is smart just because they think you think the person's smart because they agree with you, even though all they agree with you is the Spurs thing. They disagree with you on everything else. And you think they're the smart one. So you're like putting yourself in this group, taking away what makes you individual, as in like, I believe this and this, and that's what makes me me. I believe this, which puts me in the group with the other people who believe this, even though they don't believe the same thing as me. And it all comes down from the whole media landscape, the whole way they this is turning into quite the schizo ramble here. The whole way they push algorithm and social media, that just makes you think that everyone's thinking the same way you are, and that anyone who everyone's seeing, and more importantly, everyone's seeing the same information you are. And then, so if people don't see that as people who don't think the same way you are, you just inherently think, oh, they're seeing the same thing I am, and they're taking away the wrong opinion. They must be stupid. I'm in a group of right people. There's only two groups. There's people who are smart and right, and people who are stupid and wrong. And even though you might disagree with them, agree with them on everything, or this, that, and third, you might have exactly 50% of opinions, the same as person on your left and the same person on your right. But the person on your left says, I think the Spurs are going to win. The person on your right says, I think the Knicks are going to win. So you're automatically saying, I'm on the same side as the guy with the Spurs. Me and him are on the right side, and you're on the wrong side. Even though you guys literally agree on the same amount of stuff both ways. Does that make sense even? I don't know. This is quite the schizo ramble episode, huh? This is one of those episodes that they put on the news after I do something terrible. What am I even suggesting? I can't be suggesting that even. You know what yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that's going to change from this. And I'm not going to be anyone to ignite change, that's for sure. I don't care that much, to be frank. But it is just something I've noticed. Where people think everything is so cut and dry now, because everyone thinks that they're all seeing the same thing. Even basic stuff now, like, dude, trends used to be like, everyone saw everyone saw whipping Nene. And now it's like, what my friend told me earlier today, I was talking to my friend while playing NHL, and he said, what did he see? I don't remember what he saw exactly. He said, did you not see that? It's everywhere. I'm like, I haven't seen that a single time. And we're both on our phones plenty. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm off my phone. I'm off social media. I fucking probably got 4 hours of screen time a day. I'm on my phone a whole host of amount of time. Maybe even 5 hours. Let's let you look. I can just pull that up. Where's screen time at these days? Sorry that the game is just completely not doing anything. I'll look this way. Screen time. Oh, actually, it's only 11 minutes phone time. It's 12:23. Thanks. Dude, show me last week, maybe. My average last week was 4 hours and 9 minutes per day. My Saturday, which was today, technically, was 4 hours and 10 minutes. So yeah, 4 hours a day on my phone. I'm on my phone plenty. More than enough to be able to see this shit. I see. You know what's funny? Is that my phone time was so much higher when I was actually working a real job when I was selling insurance. Which you guys didn't know, that's what I did as my job before I quit. Because I just didn't like it, and YouTube started doing decent for me. I made $2,000 this month on YouTube. Not to brag, I'm not sounding like I'm gloating, but dude, this is actually looking like it could be possible. But when I used to sell insurance, even when I didn't use my phone, for a while I would call off my cell phone, but then eventually we got to switch over to this platform. I don't even remember what it was called. It was on a computer you call, and you have a headset on. So it's more like a call center type situation. And I still had like, I would have like 9 hours of screen time a day, even when I wasn't working on my phone. Isn't that crazy? 9 hours of screen time a day? That's almost half the day. And when you take into account I sleep for 8 hours, that's over half my waking hours of being on my phone. And know what's crazy? The Italian brain rot stuff went on during that, and I did not catch any of it. And now, 100 years later, people make references to it, and I don't get it. All I know is tongue's the whore. I don't know the coffee ballerina. What's her name? Ballerina something? I don't know. I did nothing in Minecraft today. I've been really into vanilla Minecraft lately. We had this SMP with some of my friends who were YouTubers, and it kind of died, and I went back to it. Now I'm just building shit like 3,000 blocks away from spawn. So maybe one day everyone will come back to it and be like, yeah, I actually left and made my own country with new laws. That could be good content, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Yeah, this is a little bit of a short episode, which kind of sucks I didn't make one last week. It's just something I had on my mind. I'll probably have something else on my mind next week. One day I'll make a commentary channel on YouTube, like Drew Gooden, and I'll actually script stuff out, and it'll be like real thoughts instead of me just rambling with whatever comes to my mind right now. And I lay in bed in an hour, and I go, oh shit, I forgot to talk about this. But you know how it is. I didn't even take a screenshot today. Maybe I'll just let YouTube automatically decide it. All right. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's it for this week. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Join my Discord server. I need to get the community up over there. I'll see you guys all next week.